Absolutely, man. And let's go ahead and begin. Exactly what made you decide to become a wrestler? How did it all came about?
Uh, 1996 in Vancouver, Washington, in the Pacific Northwest, there was the building they used to call the Marshall Center. After the Portland wrestling started to die out, it come over there, and I hated wrestling, to be absolutely honest. I want nothing to do with it. I did not like it. My father was a wrestler. I did not like it. Did not want anything to do with it. And I watched Matt Bourne face the Billy Two Eagles that night, and it made me go from hating the business to I absolutely had to be a wrestler.
Wow, that's awesome, man. I guess sometimes it takes some time for people to understand it. You know what I mean? And I give you credit for that. And I understand. Like, there's always gonna be like misconceptions of what pro wrestling is, and I guess unless you have watched it on TV or watched an indie show or been in a wrestling show in attendance, people may not quite fully understand what pro wrestling is and what it's all about. Um, and I want to ask you this: like, do you do you feel like I think there's still some misconceptions to pro wrestling today, but what do you consider as the biggest misconception that maybe the non wrestling fans may not quite understand?
Um, big misconception in the wrestling that I'm not sure. Like maybe some of these people they say that the wrestling is not real due to they say the predetermination of the sport, and maybe you follow what I say with the misconception of they believe that the wrestling is fake. I've never been in a single match ever that felt fake.
And that's always going to be something that people are going to put wrestling in the limelight. I guess unless for the non-believers out there, and clearly there's plenty of non-believers, unless you've been in the ring with a wrestler and get wolfed up, you know what I'm saying? Get attacked, punch, kick, body slam, and people may not understand, what how real it can get. People do get hurt. People do get injured. I mean, Owen Hart was killed, for a stunt gone wrong in a wrestling ring. I mean, that's as real as it gets. And I guess in the world that we live in, you can't please everybody. Not everybody's gonna fully understand, but there are some reasonable fans out there that understand and can comprehend what people like yourself from the indies to the pros are doing, and us fans truly appreciate what you guys doing, and we truly believe y'all will continue to do that for many years to come.
Yes, that is probably one of my favorite things about the independents is the fans. I don't get along with them very well at the BCW, where I wrestle in Portland at all. But the fact that no matter what, the whole concept that they come there to cheer on their favorites, to boo the guys they hate the most, but they show up and to have this little family thing like it is just incredible that people come together for that kind of thing.
All right, so you mentioned interaction with fans, and there's the cheers, there's the bulls, And what I want to ask is, has there ever been a time when a fan say something that may that even you think that you went too far? Now you're an entertainer, you doing your job, you get a reaction from the crowd, that's saying something, and the fans may not take certain things very well, so they feel the need to go explicit and things like that. Like, have you ever had a encounter or confrontation with a fan? Have the fan ever say something that even you thought went too far?
All the time, I tell you what, all the time this happened to me. One time, I believe it was around the Christmas, I had this one fan. They always come out. They're always running mouth, and she starts to get personal. And we're always supposed to uphold and maintain to be professional out there when we're doing our thing. So I bring her dog Biscuit, and when I give it to her, I tell her, now you can afford to feed the children. I know you people are poor. Well, she waited outside building for 2 hours waiting for me to come out the building.
Wow. Yeah, that's when when fans take things a little too seriously. Oh.
Yeah, I've been sprayed with cans of Raid, the bug spray.
Yeah.
By fans. We wrestled in snowstorm, and only 18 people show up to wrestle to watch the wrestling show. And I had been sprayed with can of Raid that night.
Wow. I mean,
It is so hard to get the reaction out of these super small crowds, but I just go out there and I can get under their skin real well.
wow. I gotta say, man, like I said a little bit earlier, you get a reaction regardless of how big or how small. Hey, you done your job. You done what you could do. You done what you was brought there to do. And wow, a fan waited for you like 2 hours after the show. Yikes. There are some good fans, and then there's fans that kind of take things a little too hard. Next thing people gonna be really gonna be like, I'll see you after the show, man. Like, nah, come on. Yeah, that people just need to chill out on that. I think someone's trying to call in. You okay with take callers?
I'm very okay with the callers. I welcome all of them.
All right. We have let's see, 971 area code. Let's add this person to the call here. Caller, you are live on the air on Triple Threat Wrestling Radio. Who you are and where you from? Caller, are you there? I guess not.
Oh, I believe that I hear him.
Okay. Caller, you're on the air. And what's very weird about this is my Skype line, right? And it says on this particular number, someone added a phone number. You may be charged for calling it, which is very odd considering I have subscription for free calls in the U.S. and Canada. So I don't know. I don't know if I should take this or not, because it's gonna be causing me some money, and that's not what I really want. So whoever this particular person is, I don't know what to say, but okay, the people are just keep on calling. Okay, we got a 360 area code. Okay, well, you got fans all over the world apparently. So let's get this. Let's caller 360. You are live on the air on Triple Threat Wrestling Radio. Who you are and where you from?
This is the one and only Rocky Classic from Portland, Oregon. Actually, I reside in Vancouver. How are you?
I'm doing real good. How are you, man?
I'm pretty good.
Well, we got.
Just had to get out here and listen to Petrov run his neck some more. You know, he does it all the time. That's why I'm one of his biggest supporters.
Okay, well, he's on the line with me right now. You got anything you want to say to him?
Just know that I want him to know that September 5th he may have a big, big American surprise coming.
Sounds like the gauntlet has been laid out here on Triple Threat Wrestling Radio, and I just want to point out I did not plan this. You know, I didn't know he was gonna call in. He called the dude out on the air, man. This is unbelievable. So anything else you want to add, or you just call in just to let him know that he's in for a fight, pretty much?
I'm just letting him know that he may have a big American surprise coming in on the September 5th. And if it happens, he'll have a lot of fun trying to crawl his way out of that. But this is his show. This is for him, and I'm going to let him run his show.
All right, man. Well, thank you for calling in, and you take care of yourself, man.
All right.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right. How about that, man?
Maybe wonder sometimes you wonder if that's a crank call, but then again, you know, I've had that crazy stuff happen to me before. It turned out to be real.
Yeah. Another equivalent that pro wrestling as well as it gets people. You know, people can just call in on the air and just call you out. I mean, yeah. That's incredible. I'm definitely, and for the record, I do have this live and recorded. So, I want to go further and ask you, like, who are some of your influences, like those that have inspired you to become a wrestler?
Again, that would be Matt Bourne, you know, more famously known as Born to Clown. You know, I've always been a big fan of the Jake the Snake Roberts, the way that he can talk and just use that microphone. You know, there's several big guys, you know, and probably one of the biggest influences on me as far as wrestling. He's not even a wrestler. He's a commentator and used to be a referee. He represents from down there in Oakland, California, the Kevin Gill. Big, huge influence on me. You know, he taught me at the point in my life this thing called PMA, which stands for the Positive Mental Attitude. And you know, through that, it really helps on the times that the wrestling business gets tough.
All right. So, in addition to, well, there was a self-promotion that we had a little bit earlier, but in addition to the show that he brought up, do you have any other upcoming shows you'd like to promote?
You know, I will be at the BCW in Portland, Oregon. They run down there the weekly on the Sundays. That is at 7611 North Exeter Avenue. You know, general admission is $10, but you may want to pay the $12 to sit ringside. Sometimes the action gets hot, real hot. There is the SCW for the Washington. One of my good friends, the Victor Price, is main eventing for the SCW Championship, so I would like to wish him well out there in Poulsbo and up north there. You know, I currently am just right now I'm at the BCW only. So those guys right there, a lot of those guys that are hungry, they're hardworking, and you know, I have enjoyed my time being there, trying to help them build.
Well, let me ask you this: if you can have a dream match. It could be against any wrestler, whether it's indies, pros, dead or alive. What would your dream match be?
Oh man, my dream match. That is a good question. You know, sometimes that has actually changed over the years. Maybe a real good match. Now is this one that I would like to see, or one that I would like to be in?
Or one that you would like to be in?
The one that I would like to be in, probably I would pick me versus, you know, that is real hard, you know, because so many of these guys, they're so talented, they can do so well. You know, really, Josh Prohibition has been on my list of dream matches to do. I know that 10 years ago he was big on the Indies, and he's always been one of my favorites.
Cool, man. That's good to hear. We got another caller on the line, and I guess this person has been trying to call throughout the interview, and hopefully we can hear this person now. Caller, you're on the air on Triple Threat Western Radio. What's your name and where you from?
Hey, Chief.
Hey, man, how are you?
Yeah, Chief is Mosman, Washington.
Wow, that's good. We on the air right now, and you got something to say to our guest this evening?
Good luck in what power.
Yes, that is right. The World Towers. That is right.
You got the whole hands full there, too. You know, I think you better be prepared.
You know, there is big thing in my life right now. As a matter of fact, if maybe we can take a moment to talk about this. It is I in the UIWA, we're the most tiered stable in all of the United Independent Wrestling Alliance.
Yep.
We Daipola Davashi, the Damon Side, and Chief Athlete Kula Kula, and myself, we are the World Powers.
Right.
You know, we're 4 international background wrestlers. As an example, I am the Russian, the Bashi is from Yemen, Chief Athlete Kula Kula is Native American, and Damon Side is from Singapore. I have for many moons have had every last one of their back, and lately has been lots of fallout. So that is one thing that the fans, for us to come and watch us, you know, is regardless of whether you like us or you hate us, you know, that's close people about to fall apart because none of us can work well together anymore.
Well, caller, I want to thank you for calling in this evening. I'm about to go ahead and wrap this interview up. I just want to, again, thank you for calling on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
You take care, man.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, and my last question for you before I let you go is, why don't you go and let the listeners know how they can get in contact with you, Facebook, Twitter, or any other links that people need to know?
You can find me on Facebook as Petrov, that is Petrov, and you can follow me on the Twitter at the A little circle Petrov Bite.